Hey everybody, Greg Webster here with the podcast here at Greg Rents, this greasy old 1950s gas station. We are blessed today to have Mr. Ed Galindo from Volvo Construction here on our podcast, live from Oakview, California. Mr. Ed, how the heck are you today?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for inviting.
Look,
appreciate it.
Yeah, you drove, what, 3.5 hours to get here?
2.5.
And you're here to talk about some grease. So, I mean...
I brought it
right
here.
Well, wait, we got to wait and get Gary over here for that one.
Yeah.
But right now, I just want to hear the who, what, when, where, why, how. I want to hear about Ed Galindo for a minute. Tell me about you.
Okay. Well, I'm the e-mobility project manager for Volvo Construction in California. So I just drive up and down the state talking about electrification on electric products, just like you have on that mini excavator. Mm-hmm. I've been with the company for 22 years. We got 8 stores throughout the state from Redding to San Diego. And I work with about 14 salespeople and talk about electrification, zero emissions products. So
how's it coming down from Sacramento with that? I mean, we've heard a lot of hoopla and stuff, and people got to have it on the jobs. And we've got this new excavator, and it's out. And people are it's there, but people are kind of hemming and hawing on it. What's the word from Sacramento?
Well, the landscape business is already going in that direction, right? By 2024, they're all going to be electrified lawnmowers, weed whackers, things of that nature. So Volvo made a commitment a couple years back that they were going to start adding electrification. It's just another tool in our toolbox. We're not getting rid of diesel. Don't freak out. So We're just adding another tool in the toolbox. So if you need it, we have it. And what on the word from Sacramento, I think we all know what it is, right? We need to go greener.
Yeah, we're supposed to be going green by 35?
By 35, yeah.
Right, okay.
So, you can have your thoughts about that. But, realistically, again, it's another tool in our toolbox. We have it now. It's available. And then you just got to qualify the jobs, so.
We're sitting here in the beautiful Ojai Valley.
Yes.
And it is illegal to run outdoor gas-powered equipment here in the Ojai Valley. There's code enforcement out here giving people tickets for running gas-powered leaf blowers, chainsaws, etc. We are currently selling gas-powered electric or gas-powered chainsaws and blowers and all that. And we also offer a full line of electric stuff. So I'm interested with you. You and I talk. We're both on the board of the CRA.
Yep.
We talk about all zero emissions fleet and how that's going and the way this is going. And if you can't, why fight it? Let's just try to jump on board. Of course, we're not going there immediately, but how we can jump on board is great. And there's certain grant programs out there right now to do that. So
currently there's the CORE program, the Clean Off-Road Equipment Voucher Program, and with that, it's still available today. That started on July 18th, taking applications, but there's in the construction segment, whether you're looking at Volvo's equipment or other equipment, just go to the californiacore.org website and look on there and see if that segment that you're involved in is available. If there's money still there, please get on it, because they can kind of close the gap between diesel, to the diesel equivalent.
So there's money out there.
Yep.
I haven't gotten it yet. I signed up to get some. I'm in line for it.
You're
I'm
in
stoked.
line.
I'm all about it. And I'm trying to just hit you guys with it. Like, there's money out there. I'm in line. I haven't gotten any yet. But we're running a bulk material yard in the back. And I would love to have a bulk material loader in the back for loading bulk material that was electric. Because when, you're walking by or that thing's coming by you, it's blowing out that hot smoke and whatnot. We all know. We've already been through it. On the other aspect of this business, it's the personality. The who, the what, the when, the where, the why. We just bought a brand new SD 45.
Right.
We invited 3 different salesmen from other corporate companies tonight to be here. And you know what, folks? Ed Glendo is the only one that showed up. So
thank you.
Seriously, like,
thank you.
Hats off to you, Ed.
Well, thanks.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you inviting me up here. I just, I wanted to be here. So obviously I think you're doing great work up here, and we're on the board together, like you said. So yeah, we got to support each other. So I'm here. So
I appreciate that a lot.
Totally.
And it's, it's tough enough to get customers and get vendors with supply chains and stuff going on. Yeah. Tell me about supply chain. What's going on? What's going on right now? Like, if I were to order let's say I had,
name it.
Let me say I had $5 million and I wanted to order some gear and give you a purchase order for some compaction and some dozers and whatnot. Like, what are we looking at for supply chain?
So on the dozer side, you're going to have to call those other guys.
Oh, okay.
But
what do you mean?
On
Volvo doesn't have dozers?
We don't have dozers, unfortunately. So
whoops. Sorry about that.
That's all good. But
rollers shows what I know.
Yeah. For rollers, yeah, we definitely have them on the ground. We kind of got over that slump a little bit, as you're seeing more equipment on the ground sooner than later. So I don't think we're out of the woods completely, because there are some particular equipment that we are still waiting a year on. So
are you seeing prices dropping?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry I said that so fast, but I just don't see that happening.
Right. You came here kind of on a whim's notice. How do you I'm kind of circling back to the people showing up here. How do you get corporate permission to get here? Did you talk to your boss? I mean, how did you get permission to jump on our podcast?
Well, obviously you're a valued customer, you're on the board, and I see this. I just shared with my upper management that I'm going to be on this podcast. They said, don't screw it up. Don't say dumb,
Right.
But, I'm doing this every day. I go out and I do demos and I talk about our product. I talk about the company, so to me, this wasn't a big to do in that. And that's, to me, it wasn't that. So just come out and just talk about the product, and if there's something that I can't answer, I'll just say I'll get back to you on that.
Well, my 2 cents is you're always there to truly help.
Thank you.
Like, when you're there to do that, the right thing's going to come out.
Yeah.
It's just natural. So there's nothing to really be afraid about to like jump on a podcast.
No.
I mean,
not at all.
You're here to help. You've got your mission.
Yep.
There's no evil pun intended. You're not there to like do a reverse mortgage on my house, a second and a third. Like, Ed's here to help.
No swamp land, no nothing like that.
Yeah, he's Ed Glendo from Volvo Construction. So there's good and bad days in the industry. There definitely is. I know I could tell you a few.
Yep.
We've had a few big, accidents, and we work with Epic Insurance Brokers through our CRA association, and we're very grateful, and we strive towards safety. And we've had some really bad days, and we've had some really good days. We do weekly safety meetings. Tell me, in your 20 years, what is some of the gnarliest, like, what have you seen? I mean, if you're allowed to say. I mean, just like top.
I didn't see it, but, when someone loses their life, that's a big thing, And whether they did it the work the wrong way, or it's just a fluke accident and happens, it's still very sad to hear, and I couldn't imagine anybody that saw that was, just go through that. It's tough.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
But, other than that, being on equipment, getting on track machines and, trying to load it on a truck, and you're kind of a rookie at it, and kind of get on and get squirrely, and the machine gets sideways on the truck, and it's about to head over. You gotta know what you're doing when you're loading the truck, because that could get, if you do something wrong or hit the wrong valve or lever or whatever, you're gonna have a different outlook. You're gonna get hurt, you know. So yeah, it's just always good to take those safety precautions and you know, have somebody around you to, you know, watch you and make sure everything's going safe.
Absolutely. Do you guys? I mean, we hold. It's kind of like going off. I'm just ad-libbing here.
Yeah.
You know, we hold weekly like production safety meetings. Do you guys do that daily, weekly, monthly? Just out of curiosity.
So we actually have a safety coordinator for the whole state. So
awesome.
And his job is to make sure that, you know, the yellow lines are painted, the caution tape's out, you know, all this stuff, and you know, make sure that the buckets are down on the ground, they're not sitting up in the air without, you know.
How many write-ups do you get? Have you ever gotten a write-up for being unsafe?
I can't remember ever getting a write-up for being unsafe.
Well,
I probably got told. I know I got told, what the hell you think you're doing, you know? But I don't remember ever getting written up. But yeah, you just got to be, you know, be safe when you're doing your stuff.
Tell me what customers you like, what customers you dislike.
Oh man, I can't name all those. The ones I dislike.
Well, what like not like,
you know what?
not in particular, but just like, you know.
Yeah, no, you know, the customers I like, I'll tell you right now, is independent rental people. I mean, during the downturn in 07, 08, when, you know, everyone thought the world was going to end, you know, things were going crazy. It was independent rental and municipalities who really kept the lights on for us.
You're corporate. You're corporate,
yeah, corporate,
and you're here.
Yep.
And from what I'm seeing in the private sector is a lot of the corporate people do not want independent customers. They want customers. They want B2B. They want business to business. They don't want to see Johnny homeowner or Johnny startup contractor. They don't want, you know, corporate doesn't want those guys. So they're getting fielded a lot to us, and like we're having to deal with them and the onesie twosies, the daily grindies. So that's kind of interesting. That's why I asked you that.
Yeah, no, it's independent rentals huge, you know. Like I said, that's why I wanted to be part of the board, you know, a couple years back, simply because they, you know, independent rental people took good care of me, you know, all these years. So, and it's a great family network, you know. It's dad and grandpa and their son, and, you know, they're coming up. It's really like that, you know. I'm into my family big time, you know.
Huge camaraderie.
Huge camaraderie.
Absolutely. And
you know,
like that's one thing I always said. If Greg Rents ever like skyrockets and, you know, 2, 3, 4 locations and ever wants to get bought out or something, like it's going to be employee owned and possibly, you know, voted on.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have to vote. Cool. And I told Jeff Roberts that it would be a stipulation in the clause where we would have to remain a member of the California Rental Association, the oldest rental association in America.
Yep.
Woohoo! CRA, big shout out to the CRA. Thank you guys. That's what's up.
And don't forget the CYRP, California Young Rental Professionals.
That's right.
You know,
crazy young professionals in rental.
Like yourself.
Oh, I'm not young. Stop. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
Well, it's that 40 age limit, right? Or how young you feel inside, and that's why you're that.
So listen, you know, starting this company, it's been a long road to hoe. Yeah. And a few times I've been told from different people, like, hey, man, you can hang it up. You can just quit. You can stop.
Yep.
It can be done right now. You can go get a job with like the county or the fire department or something. And, you know, I've just been like, no, I need that positive reinforcement, you know. I need that positive reinforcement. So have I thought about quitting? Yeah, I have. But, you know, it's like the Channel Islands out here in front of Ventura. You got an island out here in front of Ventura, and you're swimming out to that island, and you're halfway there. You can't stop. So there's no way I'm stopping. There's no way I'm quitting. Have you ever thought about quitting your job, going to work somewhere else?
Ooh, yes, of course. There's always those days or that week. It seems like everything just piles on you, and whether whatever it is, it's just it. Yeah, you get that feeling like, man, I'm gonna hang it up. I want to go do something else, and
Right.
be a wine steward somewhere at some winery because I'm into wine.
Ojai Valley Vineyards.
There you go. You just come hang out and serve people happiness, So,
Right.
but yeah, no, I thought about it, but it's the people that make you keep coming back. The customers and the relationships that you've built. That just it's just, man, I can't stop. Like you said, I just got to keep on going.
Right.
I enjoy it. It's like I wake up in the morning and just want to do this. So.
That's what keeps you going?
Totally. It's relationships, it's customers, So I think I have a quality product.
Me always bugging you?
You always.
Damn it, Ed. I got a broken down SD45 again. It's
Not
brand
again.
new.
Not again. Not again. Just one time.
Man.
Just kidding.
Well, that's good. I'm glad
Yeah.
you stuck into it.
Yeah.
Stuck to it for 20 plus years, Ed.
Yeah.
Volvo construction equipment out of Corona. I mean, the Kawasaki racetrack's right next to you.
It
we
is.
have the golf tournament at Eagle Glen right
Yep.
next door
Yep.
every year. Like,
Yep.
could it get any brighter?
Well, it's definitely better than what I used to do before I got into this job. So, working at a supermarket. So, that was just way too much for me. So,
I think the bottom line is you're a hustler, and that's what it takes.
yeah. Thank you.
Look, you drove like 2.5, 3 hours to get here, and you're here. Used equipment. Tell me about used equipment and the auction. Tell me about used equipment and the auction. What do you know about that?
Well, most of the stuff we send to auction is because it's just not.
Buyer beware.
Yeah, buyer beware. You sell it. It's as is, where is. No,
Yeah.
You can put lipstick on a pig. It looks nice, but it might not run very well. So, and you got to have it run well. I'd rather it look like crap, but runs great. So.
Yeah, from a young man in the rental industry, I was told by an old man that retired out of the rental industry, you sign up for a 36-month lease, you rent the living tar out of that thing. Depending on how it aged, you run it for another year, and then you sell it, put that money in your bank, and you go buy another one.
Yep.
So I personally don't like selling used equipment. You personally like selling new equipment.
Yeah. Anything with warranty.
So should we? Yeah, anything.
Warranty. Warranty.
Because when my phone rings, guess what happens?
Yep.
Your phone rings.
Yep. Exactly. Yes, I know.
Oh, damn it, Greg. I'm turning gray. But, I mean, what do you got to say for all these auction guys? There's a lot of auction guys out there. Dave Youngin. There's a TIC Advantage. There's
Ritchie Brothers.
Bidadoo. There's all kinds of auction companies out there selling and pushing, and they're buying and they're trading, and boy, there's nothing I love more than selling a used piece of equipment. Let me tell you what, Dad.
Well, I think there's, you really got to go out and, like anything, and inspect and check the machines before they go over the, the tarmac, or if they're sitting out in the lot. You got to do your homework on them, make sure they are what they are.
Yeah.
I don't mind selling used equipment if it's something like in our fleet, or maybe like your fleet, because I know you're going to take care of it.
Right.
You've taken care of it. You serviced it.
The maintenance records on file.
Right.
That's a good point.
So,
that is a good point. There is a leg to stand on there. I think with the tire kickers today, that's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Just, golly. So what's the lowest you'll take for it? I'm like, bro, it's the advertised price.
Yeah.
So anyway.
The price is the price sometimes.
We got to wrap it up here. It's been about 20 minutes. Let's talk about what our next podcast is and what we got going. Look, it's going to keep going from here. We're going to keep rocking it on, Ed. You came all the way from Corona, California.
Thank you.
Volvo Construction Equipment.
Yep.
And we appreciate having you on, and we're going to keep plugging you. We're going to buy that electric wheel loader to put in our fleet.
Yep.
We've got your awesome generator. Tell me quickly about this generator here. You guys, I don't know if you can see this or not, but we've got this amazing electric generator sitting right here. Tell me about it, Ed.
Well,
real quick.
Like you said, it's an electric generator. It's just a rack of lithium batteries inside. It's a 4 kilowatt setup. And if you look down at the hour meter to the left, it'll tell you with everything you have plugged into it how long it'll last with that. So I think it said like 56 hours. So matter of fact, last week I had that plugged into an ice cream truck, and he had 3 freezers, a refrigerator, a little Apple kiosk machine, and a floor blower, and it said we'll run for 13 and a half hours, and that was at 80%. So
what does that take to charge after that?
Well, if you use just a 110 plug, charge it, you can recharge that in 3 hours. If you have 2 110s on 2 separate circuits, it's an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. It's great for backup power. It's completely silent. You know, we don't hear anything. And we can keep it right next. We don't have to run a generator outside and run a bunch of cables, so it's right here.
Well, for us doing this video today, Ed's going to give this generator to us for free. Made you laugh.
No.
Yeah, right. But we're gladly taking a look at this thing, Ed.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the opportunities.
Yep, thank you.
Your wherewithal, your insight in the industry, and showing up, most importantly. Because,
thanks.
1 out of 4 ain't bad, and you're the one.
No, I'm the one. There you go.
Thank you,
I appreciate you having me come out. I mean, give me a call. I'm here for you, bud.
Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Hey, babe, honey, my wife, Angelica, love you.
That's right. Ow! Hey, guys, another wonderful episode, Greg Rant's podcast, right here in this greasy garage. Signing off. We'll see you next time. Brap.